What's going on? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Q&A week 3, 4. Operation Idris Q&A, he showed us a clip of you doing a backflip, so can you do one in your Q&A? Welcome back to Q&A week 4. Today, we normally do this from Snapchat, Twitter, and the comment section of each video every week. So if you guys want your questions to be featured in today's video or any more else, be sure to go ahead and follow me on Twitter, add me on Snapchat. Also, I'm going to start taking like Instagram questions as well, because I know quite a lot of you people started to follow me on that. So I'll take your questions there as well. But let's go ahead and get into it. Giving it a thumbs up right below is super greatly appreciated, and I hope that you guys do go on to enjoy today's video. So let's go ahead and get the first question from... Okay, for Q&A, what made you start Pokemon YouTube? For this, I actually got asked this last, probably when I started watching Maryland and Munchin Orange. Those are the two guys that I started watching. Then I started like coming into the community and, started wanting to be able to do this. I used to see people getting, like layouts and custom stuff like that done, and it really made me want to be able to do something like that. I can remember making my ever first layout. Here's a picture.
Dick fell off!
How bad was that? That was my first ever layout I made. I was super happy with that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like,
really, nigga?
This is some dope fire ass shit. And I was like, damn! But it was completely ass. The next one comes from Marcus Q2. What is the best part of your life as a YouTuber? The best part of my life as a YouTuber? Probably being able to talk to all you guys through the comment section, probably being able to talk to you guys through Twitter and stuff like that, and being able to actually make videos for you guys to enjoy. Not a lot of people actually like the stuff I do in real life. I've always had friends, but whenever it's come to, like being able to talk to different people, I've only had like a selection of like few friends I've only been ever able to talk to and, share my life with. But with you guys, allowing me to do this daily, I share my whole entire life with you guys every single day. Whether it's through my videos, I always talk about what goes on through like the days and stuff like that I have. So, being able to do this daily for you guys, although YouTube is not like a full-time job for me at the minute, one day I'm hoping, that I can do this and I can make people proud. I can make because my mom and dad have always said, they hope the best for me being able to do this. And even if I ever don't make YouTube as a full-time job, I wouldn't really be too mad, because I'd still be making videos like for you guys daily, and that still stuff like really means a lot to me as well. So next one comes from Nick Gilman and says, are you a cat person or a dog people? Why? What is your favorite Disney character and why? I'm more of a dog person, and I do like cats, but I probably wouldn't have a cat. I like them, I like other people to have them, but I wouldn't have one myself, because they always run off, and you never know when they're going to come back. So I could have probably, rely on a cat being loyal. Someone else could just obviously pick it up, and the people can do the same with dogs, I guess, but, the dogs don't really go out of the house unless they run off or go for a walk and stuff like that. So, I'm probably more of a dog person, in all honesty. I actually don't know. I cannot answer that, because I genuinely can't think of that many people. We'll say Aladdin. The next one comes from Dennis and says, Christian, what made you like the Pokemon Umbreon so much? Also tell us about your past channels, #Siberian Pikachu. So the first one says, why do you like Umbreon so much? I just like the fact that everybody hates him. He's our Pokemon. He's chilling. I got my first ever Umbreon plushie earlier this week, and I was so happy. Thumbnail. I just was so happy being able to get this guy, because I've always wanted an Umbreon plushie, but I never really ever think to buy one. I don't know why. But I managed to pick one up. So the reason I made Umbreon my mascot and why I like him so much, I've answered this in a few like Q&As before. He just reminds me of my dog that I previously had, and Umbreon was one of the first Pokemon I got in the second generation. So from there it just kind of spiraled, and he became my channel mascot, and I wouldn't replace him. If I could, I probably have Lilligant, but I probably would never replace him. Also tell us about your past channel, Siberian Pikachu. Alright, so Siberian Pikachu, absolutely completely shit name, I'm gonna be honest. It was my first ever YouTube channel. I made it, and I used to talk to just some of the guys that I don't know are they still doing it now. But that was my first ever YouTube channel, and I deleted it, of course, because that was absolutely gone. No. And then I did have Christian HD for about a year. I actually didn't mind that channel, it was just the name. If I could have changed it to FeintAttacks and probably carried on that channel, I don't know, but the channel URL was like Christian HD channel, and I got so much hate from everybody from there. It was not exactly proper hate, people laughed about it, but that was my thing. It was super funny, but there's two of my only two previous channels, and then I've had FeintAttacks, and this has been the most successful, you know, out of the both, so thank you all so much for that. The next one comes from Mac Humphreys, and says, if you had all the money in the world, what 3 things would you buy? Ooh. Alright, so if I had all the money in the world, Lamborghini Gallardo, a huge ass house, and if I had all the money in the world, I'd probably buy a center for people to come and play games and hold tournaments, stuff like that, you know, for people that have not got that privilege of being able to sit at the computer and play their favorite games. And I'd probably do something like that for the community. I'd buy like a huge ass like warehouse, buy loads of like PlayStations and Wii U's, Xbox, PCs and stuff like that, and have like a huge gaming place where a lot of people can come and play, you know, who've not got that privilege of being able to do this every day. So that is one of the main things I would buy. But a Lamborghini Gallardo and a huge ass house, we all want that. Next one comes from Base Twat and says, Q&A, I got my last exam, so I was thinking, when have you felt free? When have I felt free? Got my last exam, but when have you felt free? When have I felt free? I don't know if you mean like, when have you felt free as in, when was the last time I did exams? Like, free from all that pressure? In all honesty, I did not pass any exams. No, in fact, I tell a lie, I got like a B in physical education, and that was, you know, like playing football and stuff like that, but that was the only exam I passed. On my other ones, I failed every single one. That's why I'm not that clever at all. But I'm just like stupid as hell. But yeah, I failed every single one, so me getting a job was like shit. But I do work with my dad now and again because he owns his own business. So, you know, I tend to work there quite a lot. I normally work in the office doing the computer work and stuff like that, or I'll be out in the yard. Sometimes I don't really go, but I should go, you know, because it's always a job there and I always relied on that. But looking back to think, you know, in school I wish I could have studied more and done a lot more with my life, because I always wanted to be to draw, but I bought like a drawing tablet, you know, to draw like different like anime stuff and like that. This has always been something I wanted to do even back when I was in school. But I'm shit at drawing, and I failed art. I failed art. So yeah, that's why. The next one comes from Alex and says, who is your favourite 4th gen starter? My favourite 4th gen starter. Piplup, Chimchar, or Turtwig? I probably would go Turtwig, in all honesty. Warren Semper says, why did you change your channel name to FeintAttacks? By the way, your channel rocks. Hey, shout out to Warren. I changed my name to FeintAttacks. It was always my backup channel, FeintAttacks, when I had Christian HD. I remember being in a call with some friends, and I was like, you know, I'm thinking about making a new channel, and they was like, go for it. I don't want to sound like absolutely rude, but Christian HD just sounds absolutely shit. So I was like, yeah, you're right. FeintAttacks basically was the move Umbreon got as well. It wasn't spelled as that. It was F-A-I-N-T, but with, you know, with like 5th gen, bringing it to F-E-I-N-T, or was it 4th gen, one of the two. I just decided to FeintAttacks, and a lot of people actually liked it. I don't know if I'd ever change my name, because a lot of people actually do like it, and I actually like the fact that people call me Feint. I just think it's one of them cool names that people call, you know, from who don't know my original name. I just think it's a really cool. I wish no one ever knew my real name on, you know, online, so everyone just called me Feint instead of Christian. I think that'd be a really cool idea, but you know, I just like the fact called Feint. I think that sounds super cool. And the next one comes from Yusuf. This is actually a video, so let me turn up the volume real quick.
Chris, my question for this week is, if you could have one new type for an evolution, or 2 evolutions that like counteract each other, what would they be?
Ooh, new typing for evolutions. Thank you for your comment, Yusuf. The new typings I would have for evolutions, I probably would. Now, I don't want to sound, you know, absolutely like everyone's on the bandwagon here. A lot of people actually want like a dragon type, but I can't see Eevee getting wings as an evolution. I just really can't, you know, because they're based more or less like off a dog and stuff like that. Yeah, I kind of get it, you know, Eevee turning into a leaf, Eevee turning into an ice. Yeah, it makes sense on somewhat, but I think for the new typings, I probably would have like a steel type evolution, and probably a fighting type. evolution. I think those two would be really, really cool. But if I had to counteract them, it probably would be steel and poison typings I would have. I actually made a theory on that, link in the description, regarding around the next typing will either be poison and steel. I'm still believing it, and I still believe it to this day, and that will be the case. The next one comes from Donut323 and says, what's your favorite Umbreon set? My favorite Umbreon set, Moonlight, Protect, Pursuit, and Feint Attack. No, I'm kidding, I don't run that. The next one comes from Joe Max and says, did you get the design for your female, I guess, icon from Masahiro Shina from the anime, Sakurauto no Nakanjo? Yes, I did! Look at that! Hey, shout out to that guy. I actually got Rinji bonus level. She's done a few drawings for me as well. I did because when I watched the Pet Girl of Sakurausu, I absolutely fell in love with that anime, and I absolutely just loved Sheena. I would use it still. I still would use Sheena as my mascot thing, but everyone thinks I'm a woman for some strange reason. I don't know why they'd ever think that. But yeah, a lot of people thought I was a woman, and you know, I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna have to, if I want to make it any professional or anything like that, I have to get a guy thing, you know, commission. So it'd make more sense. It would really make more sense. So we'll go to Twitter and we'll get some questions here. The next one comes from Mikey P. Says, do you think they'll release new Overwatch characters? Only people with origins will be able to use them, or do you think it'll DLC? If they do release new characters, I think it will be a DLC. I don't think they'll you know, restrict it to only people with the origins, because that'd be like totally shit, because then everyone would have to go out and buy it. So although they'd be making money from the DLC, even if they release like DLC to Origins, they'd be making money from DLC and then Origins as well. So it may be like a good thing, you know, for like profit and stuff like that, but I doubt they'd do that. And I hopefully, you know, I don't think they, you know, they might, because there's already like a roster of what, like 20 people, is there? I don't know. I can't really remember, but I hope they release new DLC, because that would be absolutely amazing if they did. It really would. Fanleaf says, will you ever open up a PO box? If I made it somewhat bigger, I probably would, because I'd love to do like fan mail, you know, stuff like that. I'd really love something to do like that. So we can only think and we can only dream, man. If it happens, I will definitely do a PO box. Would you ever do, what would you do if Attack on Titan and Tokyo Ghoul were delayed again? Oh, don't even put that into my mind. I would cry. I would cry. Next one comes from Marcus McCoy. Says, what is your favorite quirk from Boku no Hero Academy? And if you ever had the choice, what would be your quirk? Ooh, my favorite quirk so far. I mean, you've got to, I'd like the guy that can, you know, that freeze stuff and heat stuff up. I really like that. But I mean, if we're going to talk about all honesty, you know, you can freeze something, but if you've got the same quirk as the Odeku, can just absolutely destroy anything. And if you've watching the previous, I've not watched today's episode because it's Sunday. I've not watched it yet, so I'm super excited for that. But you know, last week when he flicked like that and the water came up, I got so happy. I was so happy for him. It was super good. I really enjoyed that. Barrage comes from, who's your best friend you've met online? My best friend, I don't know. I've met so many people online. The one I talked to the most probably would be Todd and John and Connor. Those are the three guys I talk to the most on here. But I talk to a lot of people, so I can't really say they're my best friend, you know. It's just one of those things, then I feel like I'd separate different people. They'd be like, oh, so I thought we were cool, you know what I mean? So something like that. I hope people don't take it the way like that. But everyone's my best friend on internet, I guess. What is better, a great anime or a great video game? Anime, just because I'm a weeb. Fabian says, who is your least favorite Pokemon? My least favorite Pokemon, probably Wobbuffet, because that thing's so annoying when it's killed me so many times. That just pisses me off so bad. The next one comes from the Griff Dog. Would you ever go to Northern Ireland? Would I ever go to Northern Ireland? I've never been to Ireland, so you know, it's always somewhere, you know, that I could go explore. Maybe one day, I don't know, maybe one day. If I ever get anything out there, then definitely would. Definitely would. Q&A, what is your favorite Call of Duty? Probably Black Ops, the first ever one. I really do like that one. Okay, let me remind this. Questions. Do you watch Game Theory? If yes, what's your favorite theory? Also, what your girlfriend name in the last question? What is your girlfriend's name? And the last question, the Flash or Quicksilver? I don't watch Game Theory, unfortunately. My girlfriend is called Jessica. And the last question, the Flash or Quicksilver? Definitely Quicksilver. But yeah, guys, that's all the time for we have in today's Q&A. Thank you everyone to sending your questions in through Snapchat and Twitter and the YouTube comment. Remember, if you want your comments to be featured in one of these videos, leave a comment down below in the comment section. Add me on Snapchat and follow me on Twitter, and also follow me on Instagram as well. My links are all down below in the description. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, guys. My name is FeintAttacks, and I'll catch you guys back in the next video.